I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. So I finally got a truck for towing a trailer with. This is my new truck. It doesn't have a name yet, but it is mine. And I bought it myself. And then my boss said I can use her trailer. It's already filled with my stuff and getting dirty from the barn. All my horse things. It's a lot bigger than my car, so I have to figure out how to drive it still, but yeah. It'll be way easier for shows and stuff, and it's really quite pretty. And then every time Kathy wraps, you're like, wow, you wrap so well.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, nice.
These wraps are easy to open.
They are not.
They are. Because they're super easy to wrap too tight.
Yeah. That's probably why I will never use them.
Well, you also just need to learn how to wrap properly. Yee! We're borrowing a dressage saddle from our friend. So he says, I look very handsome. Hooray! It's an NSC until ours gets here.
Good. Open your shoulders, inside leg. There we go. Little leg yield, spiral out kind of feeling, run over the chicken. Get him, Milo. Both legs.
Good boy, Moses. Good boy.
There we go. Come on. Come on, Pat. Good boy. Good boy. Now you got something going there. And don't make it about what it looks like, make it about what it feels, right? Just try and feel a steady contact with your hands now. If he goes up or down or wherever he goes, you just try and follow him a little bit. So you guys, there you go. There you go, legs, good. So that's him using his core. So you're trying to accomplish 3 levels of canter training in a couple of months. So you've really got to be focused, right? Because it takes a lot of strength on his part, and it takes a lot of accuracy on your part. So, but it's all going to start with those nice, round changes. Think shoulder in down this next short side. Hands to the inside. Good. Now out. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, give him a little walk break. So this direction, you want to be in shoulder in just before you ask, the outside. Put your outside hand forward a little bit. There. Go to shoulder in. Corner, turn his head to the inside now for canter. There you go. Circle in that corner.
Moses, come
Look
here.
up.
Moses, come here.
Watch out, Moses. Look at you.
You're a chicken, Moses.
A little bit smaller circle in that corner. Look up.
Wait.
Okay, push your butt towards me and then open your inside hand. Half halt, push his butt to me, open your inside hand. Best transition he's ever done that direction, kiddo. Really good. And he's upright.
Mm-hmm.
He's up in the withers now.
Yeah.
Good.
Good boy.
Give him a walk break, give him a big pat. Francois Boucher came up with a different system of riding. Spent a lot of time flexing the horses left and right, picking them up, getting them down, really like softening their jaws.
Yeah.
Before. Good. Nice. Good boy. A little bit of shoulder in down this next long side. Hands to me, shoulders to me, hips straight. And walk. Half halt, half halt, half halt. Good. Walk them up. Really good, Shelby.
What are your thoughts on driving my truck?
It's awesome.
Good. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It has a lot of, like, this is a large windshield. Like, the view
I feel
out
like
the back and stuff is actually
the vista
amazing.
is quite beautiful.
Yeah, all the rain clouds.
Oh, look at our beautiful west coast.
Rain coast.
Rain and trees.
Wet coast. Hi, Moses. Yeah. So I'm just doing a quick life update / announcement while I'm driving home and almost home, because I know that if I don't say this again soon that people are gonna freak out more than they already probably are. But Archie is going to be for sale this summer sometime soon. I'm just preparing everything to make his ad, and I also just had someone come look at him today. He's not on the market, so I'm only showing him to people that I know, basically, or who are recommended by people I know right now. But I will have him listed publicly soon, and then I can take inquiries. But I'm not going to be answering like any questions or emails or anonymous messages where people just aren't serious, because I know that there's going to be a lot of people who are just curious, which I understand, but this is a business for me, and I get horses off the track and I produce sport horses that are safe for people to ride that otherwise would not have been able to train an off the track thoroughbred, which I have done. A 10-year-old girl rode Archie today and he was amazing for her. That couldn't have happened when he came right off the track. So he's a more marketable, more trained horse than he was when I got him, and he will be sold to a good home where someone has a lot of time with him and he can just have his own person, because I don't really have a ton of time for 2 horses, and if I'm going to go to the Retired Racehorse Project and do stuff like that next year, I cannot have 3 horses on my plate. So he will be for sale, and then if he doesn't sell, I will consider leasing him. But personally, I want to stay away from leasing him. Everyone uses that as the solution instead of selling, but in all honesty, for lease horses, people view them as more replaceable and disposable. They overuse them and oftentimes don't take as good care of them as they would if it were their own horse, because if they break, they can just send them back. So I'm really uncomfortable with the thought of leasing him unless it's my only option, basically. I have dirt on my face and it looks like I have a mustache. I'm sorry. But anyways, leasing is something I would consider. I would consider a half lease if I keep him on, but as for off-property leases, I'm not comfortable doing that unless it's like my only option, and then I'd have to be super careful with that. Oftentimes, if people are paying several $1,000s for a horse, they will take care of it. I don't want to sell him in a low price range, and that's why I kept him for so long, because if I sell him too low, then he is going to be flipped and resold really quickly. So I'm selling him in the price range of a decent show horse, a prospect that could do a little bit of everything. He's a really nice horse, right, Lisa?
He's a lovely boy.
And since people are also gonna say, because Archie, they're always like, wasn't Archie your mom's horse?
Yes, he was going to be.
And like I pay for both the horses and I work for them. Archie is in my name, and obviously if my mom was in love with him, I wouldn't just sell him out from under her without talking to her first. So I just want to make that clear, and I wanted to keep you guys in the know. But I've said this the whole time, he's always been a project horse, and there was always the possibility that he would be sold. We just weren't 100% sure if or when it would be, but he's become a really nice horse, and he is now the type of horse that is more likely to go to a good and long-term home than he would have been if I had sold him last year or immediately after getting him off of the racetrack. So that is something to keep in mind. Not everyone can train off the track thoroughbreds, and the only reason a lot of people and kids can get their horses that they buy are from people such as myself who produce them. So I just want to nip that in the bud before I get stupid comments, because I sell responsibly. I make sure that the people are well suited to my horse. I don't lie about anything. And I
Just
had,
be nice, folks.
yeah, I've
Be
done
nice,
a good
be
job
reasonable.
producing this horse and making him into something that is safe for little kids to ride and for beginners to lesson on, and who could just be an amazing horse for someone to ride.